What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Buzz. Jon Jones has finally broken his silence, openly admitting he was wrong in how he handled the Tom Aspinall situation and expressing his desire to make peace with Dana White. After months of tension between the two, Jones came forward acknowledging that their verbal agreement didn't go as planned and that he could have handled things more professionally. Jones said he wants to meet Dana face to face, apologize, and move past the drama so they can focus on what they do best, delivering massive fights for the fans. With a touch of humor, he added, "When Dana's feeling me, I'm probably one of his favorite fighters. But when he's not, I'm the reason he's rocking that bald head." Showing genuine respect, Jones emphasized how much Dana has impacted his life and career. "Dana changed my life. He changed my children's lives. I'm forever grateful to him. We had a verbal agreement that didn't go over well. Nothing was finalized. But I do admit I was wrong. I wish I could see him face to face, apologize, and move forward so we can get back to making major money for the sport and entertaining." Dana White, on his part, confirmed that the highly anticipated Tom Aspinall vs. Ciryl Gane rematch will happen as soon as Tom is medically cleared. Aspinall is currently recovering at home, and once he's ready, the UFC plans to lock in the bout immediately. Their first fight ended in unfortunate fashion, but before that, it was shaping up to be a thrilling contest. Now, fans are excited for the rematch and for Jones' apparent reconciliation with Dana, a move that could signal a new chapter for both men. Jones concluded by saying his most immediate goal is to return soon, possibly on the White House card, hoping to turn the page and focus once again on greatness inside the octagon. Before moving on to the next news, we have a quick request for you. We're always working to improve our content and truly value your support. If you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon, it would mean a lot to us. That way, you'll never miss an update. Move on to another news. Tom Aspinall has found himself in the middle of heated controversy following Dana White's latest update on his eye injury. The UFC president revealed that Aspinall suffered no detached retina and no structural damage, confirming that the heavyweight champion's eye is basically fine. But instead of clearing the air, Dana's statement sparked even more debate across the MMA community. Some fans accused Aspinall of quitting and argued that he could have pushed through to continue the fight. However, many fighters and experts quickly defended him, pointing out the severity of the incident. Among them was UFC legend Alistair Overeem, who strongly criticized those questioning Aspinall's toughness. Speaking to Bloody Elbow, Overeem said it was clear from the footage how deep and painful the eye poke was, describing the pain as cruciating. "I don't know if you've ever had an eye injury, but it can be extremely painful," Overeem said. That poke went in deep. He added that he had no issue with how Aspinall's first undisputed title defense ended, emphasizing that protecting one's vision should always come before pride. Still, some fans pointed to other examples where fighters continued despite serious eye pokes, like Daniel Cormier in his title fight against Stipe Miocic, or Jiří Procházka, who claimed he would have kept fighting in a similar situation. The debate has since divided the MMA world, with one side praising Aspinall for putting health first and the other questioning his warrior mentality. Dana White also expressed disappointment over how the fight ended. "I was devastated," he said. "The main event was just heating up, and it looked like it was going to be a great fight. Then it ends with an eye poke. It's brutal." According to Dana, Aspinall is recovering at home and will be cleared soon. Once he's healthy, the UFC plans to book the long-awaited rematch between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, a fight fans are eager to see run back the right way. Move on to another news. Luke Rockhold has shared some bold insights that have the middleweight division buzzing. During his recent appearance on the Long Jackson podcast, Rockhold discussed Khamzat Chimaev's skill set and revealed why he believes Sean Strickland is by far Chimaev's toughest test at 185 pounds. Having trained with both fighters, Rockhold praised Chimaev's wrestling as absolutely elite, next-level stuff, but noted that his striking isn't as flawless as people make it out to be. Khamzat's wrestling is unreal, Rockhold explained, but his stand-up isn't untouchable. That's where Strickland's tricky style could cause real problems. Rockhold went on to describe Strickland as sharp, awkward, and extremely hard to control. "I hate to say it, but Strickland should win that fight," he admitted. "He's probably the toughest test for Khamzat. He's annoyingly hard to hold down. He's not great on the ground, but he's really good at getting back up, and that's the key against someone like Khamzat." He emphasized that both men have incredible cardio, predicting a relentless, high-paced matchup if they ever meet. "If Strickland keeps getting up and never tires, and Khamzat doesn't gas out either, that fight's going to be insane," Rockhold said. "Khamzat's got to get comfortable on the feet, because if he can't keep Strickland down, things could get tough fast." Rockhold also pointed out that Chimaev and Strickland have trained together together before at Extreme Couture, something he believes could influence their mindset going into a potential fight. That history plays a role in both their heads, he noted. Xian talks loud because he knows what he can do. That confidence isn't fake. He's not scared of anybody. Meanwhile, the middleweight division is heating up. Khamzat Chimaev is targeting a March or April 2026 return to defend his middleweight title against Nasruddin Imavov, while Sean Strickland is set to face Anthony Fluffy Hernandez in a brutal title eliminator bout. Adding to the drama, Dricus du Plessis recently revealed troubling medical test results following his loss to Brendan Allen, suggesting potential long-term health issues from repeated weight cuts. He also stated his interest in fighting Paulo Costa in 2026, further fueling excitement in an already chaotic division. Move on to another news. Ilia Topuria has finally broken his silence following weeks of speculation surrounding his divorce, addressing the situation openly during an interview with Setanta Sports Georgia, the UFC's official broadcast partner in his home country. The lightweight champion's comments instantly sent shockwaves across social media, with fans expressing a mix of sympathy, curiosity, and even humor about how this might fuel his next performance inside the octagon. Topuria, known for his cold precision and relentless aggression in the cage, showed a rare vulnerable side during the conversation. While he didn't go into full detail about the separation, his tone reflected maturity and acceptance. Fans flooded social media with messages of support, noting how composed and focused he appeared despite the personal turmoil. Many even joked that his next opponent might be in serious trouble, given the fiery intensity Topuria usually brings to his fights. Life has challenges. One fan quoted him saying, "But El Matador always fights forward." That attitude seems to define Topuria's mindset right now, moving on, staying focused, and channeling his emotions toward his craft. While his personal life has been a major talking point lately, attention is now returning to what truly defines him: his dominance in the cage. Topuria's next opponent hasn't been officially announced, but the rumor mill is already in overdrive. Names like Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett have been heavily linked as potential challengers, each offering a unique storyline that could make for a blockbuster fight. Gaethje's power and pressure style against Topuria's precision striking could deliver fireworks, while a grudge match with Pimblett would tap into their long-standing rivalry that fans have been calling for since 2023. For now, the UFC faces a tough decision on who to line up next for the reigning lightweight king. Regardless of who it is, one thing seems certain: Topuria's focus and fire haven't faded one bit. In fact, after weathering a storm in his personal life, El Matador might return more dangerous than ever, ready to remind everyone why he's one of the most feared fighters in the sport today. Move on to another news. Following Jon Jones' recent podcast appearance, UFC President Dana White sat down with Jim Rome to give fans a much-needed update on heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall's health. In the interview, Dana reassured everyone that Aspinall's eye injury, sustained in his last fight, is not serious and that there is no permanent damage. According to White, medical scans showed no detached retina and no structural harm, meaning Aspinall is expected to make a full recovery soon. He's at home, he's recovering, and as soon as he's able to fight again, we'll book the rematch, Dana said, confirming that the UFC plans to run it back immediately once Tom is cleared to compete. Reflecting on how the fight ended, Dana admitted the situation was heartbreaking. It was devastating. The main event was heating up. It looked like it was going to be an incredible fight, and then it ends with an eye poke. That's brutal, he said. Nobody wants to see a fight of that magnitude end that way, especially when both guys were just finding their rhythm. White also mentioned that the promotion is eager to give fans the showdown they were robbed of due to the freak injury. He emphasized that once Aspinall's recovery timeline is clear, the rematch with Ciryl Gane will be one of the first fights booked. As far as I know, there's nothing serious, Dana reiterated. Tom doesn't have a detached retina. There's no real damage to the eye, and that's the best news we could hope for. He just needs time to heal, and once he's cleared, we'll make that fight happen. The first clash between Aspinall and Gane ended prematurely, but it had all the makings of a classic before the unfortunate incident. Fans are now anxiously awaiting the official rematch announcement, one that promises redemption, unfinished business, and the chance to finally see which heavyweight truly reigns supreme. With Aspinall recovering well and Gane staying ready, Dana White's update gives fans hope that this highly anticipated bout could take place sooner rather than later, possibly setting the stage for one of the biggest heavyweight fights in recent UFC history. Move on to another news. Arman Tsarukyan is gearing up for one of the biggest fights of his career as he prepares to face Dan Hooker at UFC Qatar on November 22nd. This highly anticipated matchup carries major implications for the lightweight division and for Tsarukyan himself, who hasn't fought since his clash with Charles Oliveira in April 2024. After the frustration surrounding the cancelled fight with Islam Makhachev, Arman is is stepping back into the octagon with something to prove. Many analysts believe Tsarukyan has the skills to win decisively, including fellow lightweight Beneil Dariush, who shared his thoughts in a recent interview with MMA Junkies' Mike Bohn. Dariush expressed strong confidence in Tsarukyan's abilities, saying, "Yes, I do think he beats Dan Hooker, and I think he could do it very dominantly." However, he also raised an important concern about the fight being scheduled for 5 rounds. "Dan Hooker is a dog," Dariush said. "He doesn't have to win the first 2 rounds, but if he can just keep it close and make Arman work early, those championship rounds will get very interesting." Hooker's toughness and experience could turn this into a real test. Tsarukyan, known for his relentless wrestling, explosive scrambles, and improving striking, will likely look to impose his pace from the opening bell. His style thrives on control, pressure, and transitions, the kind of game that has given Hooker problems in the past. Still, Hooker's durability and technical kickboxing make him a dangerous opponent who can never be counted out. The matchup represents a crossroads for both fighters. For Tsarukyan, a dominant win could place him right back in the title conversation and potentially set up another opportunity against Islam Makhachev. For Hooker, it's a chance to reclaim momentum and remind the division that he's still a top-tier contender. As the UFC Qatar card approaches, fans are eager to see how Tsarukyan handles the pressure of a long layoff and whether he can translate his elite skills into a statement victory. If he executes his game plan and maintains control across 5 rounds, this could be the performance that defines Arman Tsarukyan's rise toward championship goal. Move on to another news. Footage has recently surfaced showing Jack Della training with 2 of the best in the business, former UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski and world-class grappler Craig Jones, as he prepares for his highly anticipated fight against Islam Makhachev. The training session, filmed at Freestyle MMA, offered fans a glimpse into Della Maddalena's intense preparation and strategic fine-tuning ahead of the biggest challenge of his career. In the footage, Jack can be seen engaging in light sparring sessions with Volkanovski, focusing on striking precision, movement, and maintaining composure under pressure. Volkanovski, who previously faced Islam twice in the UFC lightweight division, brings invaluable insight to the table. Their first encounter, widely regarded as one of the most competitive fights in Islam's career, went the full distance, with Volkanovski pushing the reigning champion harder than almost anyone before him. It's no surprise that Della Maddalena is drawing on Volkanovski's experience. Having someone who's been inside the octagon with Makhachev not once, but twice, offers a tactical advantage. Volkanovski's guidance likely includes advice on how to handle Islam's suffocating grappling style, how to neutralize his cage pressure, and when to capitalize on openings during striking exchanges. Alongside Volkanovski, grappling phenom Craig Jones has also been instrumental in sharpening Della Maddalena's ground game. Known for his elite-level jiu-jitsu, Jones is helping Jack adapt to Islam's relentless wrestling and submission threats. The sessions appear to be focused on developing defensive awareness, improving transitions, and maintaining composure when taken down, areas where Makhachev excels. Observers noted the smooth chemistry between the trio. Volkanovski's tactical striking, Jones' grappling precision, and Jack's evolving MMA skills blended seamlessly in the training room. This collaboration could be exactly what Della Maddalena needs to elevate his fight IQ and craft a game plan strong enough to challenge one of the most dominant lightweights in UFC history. With less than a month to go before fight night, it's clear Jack Della Maddalena is leaving no stone unturned. Move on to another news. Leon Edwards is gearing up for one of the most crucial fights of his career as he prepares to face rising Brazilian contender Carlos Prates at UFC 322, just weeks away. This bout could play a pivotal role in Edwards' journey back to UFC gold. After losing his welterweight title, Leon has made it clear that his focus is on reclaiming his spot at the top. His roadmap is simple: secure a statement win over Prates, then target either Ian Gary or Bilal Muhammad before demanding another title shot. Recently, Michael Venom Page, MVP, shared his thoughts on the matchup, offering both analysis and respect for the two fighters. MVP believes Leon Edwards still possesses elite-level skill and grit, even though some fans think his momentum has slowed down. He pointed out that Edwards' perceived decline comes mainly from facing difficult stylistic matchups rather than a drop in talent. According to MVP, this fight gives Leon the chance to remind everyone why he was once the best in the division. Carlos Prates is an exciting new name in the UFC. Explosive, unpredictable, and someone who brings real danger inside the octagon, said MVP Point. But Leon is one of the toughest fighters in the game. He's hard to hurt, hard to finish and extremely smart when it comes to strategy. Page expects this fight to primarily stay on the feet, predicting a technical striking battle. However, he emphasized that Leon's underrated grappling could make the difference. "I don't see Carlos taking this to the ground," MVP continued. "But Leon has a solid ground game. He can mix things up, take Prates down if he needs to, and control the pace from the top. That could slow Carlos down and break his rhythm." While MVP acknowledged Prates' potential to land something spectacular, a spinning elbow, a flying knee, or a head kick, he believes Leon's composure and experience will carry him through. "Carlos has the power and creativity to pull off something wild," MVP said. "But Leon Edwards is a veteran. He's not someone you can beat easily. For me, this fight leans heavily in Leon's favor." As UFC 322 approaches, the anticipation is building. Both fighters have something to prove. Prates wants to announce himself as a legitimate contender, while Edwards wants to remind the world that he's still among the elite. Whether it's a tactical masterclass from Edwards or a breakout moment from Prates, this matchup promises fireworks inside the octagon.